Hey, everybody, how are you?
Ooh,
Time out with Michael and Tony, our guest, AJ Lamb.
AJ Lamb. Who's that guy?
This guy.
Oh, this guy. Hey, it's me. How's it going?
It's going. Good to have you on here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
This is awesome. Hey, so everybody, glad to have you on. We are live Wednesdays. That's what we're doing. Thank you for listening, whether you listen morning, noon, or night. We appreciate all of that. You can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Hushka, Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all of those ones. And we're on Spotify. That's a big one, because Joe Rogan's over there.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're cool.
Way cool. That's like you're the same person.
Same person.
Same person. Maybe.
He's nah.
No?
He started somewhere.
He did.
He did. What's up, Juan? Good to see you.
Hey, Juan, how's it going?
So here we go. It's been a minute. We've taken a break for a minute. We've had life get in the way, work and family and stuff, and so we are back again here live with Time Out with Michael and Tony, and we are doing sales, smiles, and jokes today with AJ. So AJ's a part of our community, does a really good job with everything. Like he's all in it. So AJ is a car salesman.
Yes, that's one of the things.
And he is a radio disc jockey.
Was.
He still does freelance stuff.
A little podcast, freelancing, anything possible. So.
And he's a comedian.
And
I mean, I get the triple dip tonight.
All three.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
So the other day I was I guess, and I'm air quoting day off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm air quoting that one because days off to me are, I like to take Sunday a little bit, maybe do some laundry, keep my feet up or something, but I don't really consider a day off.
Yeah.
So Tuesdays have been from my normal 9 to 5, 9 to 6 kind of job, my day off. And instead of just, kicking back, maybe grabbing a cold one or hitting the lake or anything like that, I decided to turn around and help my uncle out. He does seamless gutters.
Okay.
And so I spent the entire day up on a roof putting together gutters and making sure it looked phenomenal, putting all the intricate pieces to it, even up heat tape for the winter up there. So it's been a beautiful day. And that's kind of the broad or the way I like to go. And I was telling my bosses about that experience. Hey, on Tuesday, I'm going over and helping my uncle in Randolph and helping him with some seamless gutters. And they go, AJ, all right. Seriously, what do you like? Lay out everything that you do. And I was like, oh no. All right. Well, so I sell cars, and they're like, well, yeah, you're here right now. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And I do the podcasting, the comedy, the radio stuff, like you had said. And then I'm also a DJ. I'm a DJ. I do a lot of bar events. You might see me out there doing like bingo or trivia nights, or just DJing a great night like St. Patrick's Day or Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
All those are just really fun.
Right.
I get paid for it, but it's more of my therapy. Mike's podcasting.
Right.
Same feeling. And then I'm an officiant, so I can help people get married. And this one's really cool because I'm a part of the Church of Latter-day Dudism.
Church of Latter-day Dudism.
Hey, the dude abides. The dude abides.
I like it.
So where were we at? We got car sales, we got comedy, we got DJing, we got officiant. Then I'm also part of the Sagebrush Theater. I'm on the board, but I'm also assistant directing the upcoming play, Cemetery Club.
Okay.
Which is coming out September 10th, 11th. And then the week after that would be the 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Now, this is down at the Strand Theater at the Open Theater that we have
Absolutely.
Downtown on Main Street.
Absolutely.
Sweet. If you guys are not doing anything in those dates, go down there and watch. These guys put on some really cool plays. You guys, they do a good job down there when they do these things. And the Cemetery Club, that's...
It's a dramedy. It's a dramedy.
Oh, yeah.
So you hear cemetery, you're like, oh man, that's going to be a bummer, especially with everything going on right now. But it's more or less a group of 3 ladies going to see their husbands who have passed away, and then one of them meeting someone, and then all of a sudden they're kind of in this weird, we got to get her out of this relationship, even though we want relationships too. And it's a very Jewish style comedy, and it actually, or dramedy, sorry, but it actually kind of plays out really well. And it's a lot of, yes, there's some sad points, but there's a lot of humor into it.
I like that.
Humor. So we've been spending time doing that kind of practice. I'm also on the board for suicide awareness and prevention.
Perfect.
Hey,
Good.
everyone out there, you are loved, you are wanted, you are cared for. You're absolutely cared for.
Yeah.
And we're here to reach out and help for you. All you have to do is let us know.
Let anybody know.
Let
anybody know.
Anyone
put it on my page. Put it on AJ's page. Put it on somebody's page. Call us. We'll talk to you. It's that's a big subject. That's a huge thing, and especially with what's going on in the world today. We're not going to talk about it. C-19, but it's put a lot of people in that position, and that's horrible. Call us, talk to us. We'll talk to you about some things. We'll brighten your day, or at least we'll be there to listen for sure.
I rock out with Seamless Gutters, my uncle and aunt's business. It's K&R Seamless Gutters.
K&R Seamless Gutters.
Yep.
They did a great job, an amazing job. And let me tell you how good of a job they do.
Tell me.
My gutters are fabulous.
Ooh.
And they even said if things don't work out, call us. We'll take care of it.
Facts.
I called back and said, there's some leaks here and there. They came, it took a minute for them to get there. They do have other things going on, but they let me know, hey, we're going to come here and at this point in time, we're going to take care of it. They did. And it's been great. They actually added another rain spout to my gutters because we just didn't really know where and how. And you really don't until you go through a season or two of your gutters. You don't know what's going on. And phenomenal job. I recommend them to anybody.
Yesterday was the first day that it rained actually while we were doing the job. And normally we are beating down sweat. Like we could rain down the sweat and create the gutter work, but that's not how it works. So yesterday was the first day that we actually got to see our work and how well it worked out for us. So we were actually very thankful because it was a very warm day sitting up on that on the roof and everything, putting everything together. And then the rain hit. We're like, cool, it works.
It works, right?
It works. And then I'm also a assistant coach for the Evanston speech and debate team.
Awesome.
On top of all of those ones.
I don't have very good speech.
So none?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I think you do a pretty good job.
Struggle sometimes.
It's all about the ability to show your confidence, which you do phenomenally.
Oh, appreciate it.
Absolutely phenomenally.
Now I'm blushing.
There we go. You made me blush. I'm going to make you blush back. So I told them all of those, and they go, AJ, when do you sleep? I'm like, Sundays, maybe. But no, I do get my sleep. I do, but all of it's an enjoyment.
Right.
I enjoy giving people the opportunity to buy vehicles. I enjoy making people laugh. I enjoy helping someone further their life with marriage, whether it's just the DJ part, saying nice things about them, or actually being a part of the ceremony and being part of their lives. So, and
awesome.
Everything I do, I get to look out and be proud about. And that's my big thing. I don't care if you're flipping hamburgers, or detailing cars, or doing podcasts. If you thoroughly enjoy your job, you will not work a single day in your life.
I think you need to do that. And even when you are at your job, enjoy it. There's got to be times where you goof off. It can't always be serious. We talk about that all the time. Absolutely.
It's absolutely important. Don't get me wrong. You got to get your job done. You got to get it done correctly. But there's times to appreciate what you get to do.
So Juan up here says in California, we have Cinespa. See? Cinespia at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, movies and beer. Ooh, that's a great thing. I like that. Ooh. I like that.
Ooh.
Hey, love Amber. What you do what you love, Amber. Exactly.
We love what you do. Thanks for commenting.
Yeah. And Stephen Cannon says, when I met you, you were a pirate.
Ahoy, me hearty. Was a pirate. I am always a pirate. Those filthy sea dogs will definitely never take this dirty old pirate soul.
See, I know it was a good idea to bring AJ up here. I want to be a pirate too. I love rum. And at one point, I really contemplated cutting my leg off and having a peg leg. No, I'm just kidding. But no, pirates. I love pirates.
I do. I think the big reason why I decided to be a pirate was I was drinking some rum one day, and I ended up pouring it into a shot glass, taking the shot, but I slammed down the glass because it was the Kraken liquor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if you've ever had Kraken, but it's a spicy meatball.
Mm-hmm.
And so I took the shot. It shot up in my eye, and I went, "Arr!" And it settled. No, that's a joke.
That's a good joke. See, jokes, smiles. So, okay. So when I first met you, AJ, you were doing radio DJing. And what brought you to that? Why did you want to do radio DJing? And if somebody was out there wanting to do that, pros, cons?
Yes, absolutely. So I basically kind of got started when I was a little kid. My favorite thing in the world was to listen to Eiffel 65 on Blue.
Okay.
Over on repeat, basically. And I learned how to fade out on my dad's old 8-track and switch it over, not 8-track, but cassette tape. Had the dual things. I was able to switch over and record and basically create my own set. And he had actually a microphone plugged into it. And so I sat down and would practice all day or play with my friends and play that song and then find out cuts and tell a little story about it. And I was that person on the radio. Or if you ever remember back there, I know we're talking really old school and kids are like, what are cassette tape? Is that like a CD something? What's a CD?
I don't even think I know what a CD is now.
Well, I mean, you would burn your mixtapes to it, right?
Right.
And so we would record on the cassette tapes, and I would turn around and listen to the radio, hear what he had to say, and just before he's like, all right, up next is Metallica, I'd hit record and listen through. And then when I got all done with it, I turned around and spliced it onto a new one with my voice over what he was doing. I just thoroughly enjoyed doing that in a sense. And when I found my dad's cassette tapes, and he had a couple of Metallica CDs, and the first week that I listened to them all and turned around and could outstat my dad, tell him everything about the specific album, like Metallica's One was the number one song in 1988 in November, and it went through the entire month. And he's like, oh I'm going to take this music away. You need to chill out.
You need to be done.
And so I kind of like that thing. Well, I was bartending at the Pain and Lady at the time, and Val Cook, one of my best friends in the world, what an amazing guy he is. He's been doing radio for,
long time.
I'm pretty sure he was the first radio broadcaster. He cracked up on the air during the dinosaur age. He turned around and was like, hello, T-Rexes. This is Val Cook.
Right.
Sending you out a very eggy day. Make sure you watch out for meteors. So he came down, and I had said something. I don't know exactly what it was. I just made a quick whip or something like that. And he goes, AJ, stop what you're doing. And I was serving someone. And I was like, what did I do? What did I do? He's like, no, you got to repeat what you said. And of course I didn't remember what I said. I was like, I don't know. He's like, no, just say something. Just say something. I'm like, okay, say something. He's like, you need to come up to the radio station. He didn't even care what I said. He's like, come up to the radio station. Let's get you to cut some ads. Let's get you to cut some liners. And then it just kind of snowball effect. It just all of a sudden, I'm your DJ AJ playing the music you want to hear. And I absolutely loved it. And you know what? To be honest, I got super lucky. I got extremely lucky. I just happened to be in the right place, this beautiful town of Evanston. Val happened to be at the right bar at the right time while I was serving him, and magic happened.
It's awesome.
So I was super excited. Tips and tricks. You got to be able to smile. If you're not smiling on a mic,
they can hear it.
They can hear it. You can absolutely.
Because if you're just, I remember listening to a guy late night. So as you talk about cassette tapes and trying to do sets and stuff, I used to wait on the radio. I had a stereo. If you would imagine, you guys probably don't know. For those of you listening, I'm trying to explain an old school stereo had two speakers on the sides, and then you had to put your cassette tape in the middle, and you could press play, rewind, fast forward, stop, and then as it got cooler, you could press record.
Right.
So then you could record things, and it was like, oh, cool. And then you had your mid, treble, and you had all of that, your volume, and then you could change radio stations. So I would go and listen for my favorite song, and I would get a cassette tape over to Hastings, and it was blank, and then I would make my own mixtape, kind of like mix CDs or on your iPod. And now it's like I don't even know if they know what that was, but I would kind of do the same thing, similar. I would kind of go, oh, and your next song is da 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 da. And funny you mentioned Eiffel 65, because they came to Rock Springs, and they came to what was called Kill Peppers.
Okay.
And my soccer coach was the DJ for Kill Peppers at the time, and I got to go in the DJ booth and watch Eiffel 65 play 7 songs in Rock Springs, Wyoming. And I was probably not supposed to be there, but I got to do it, and I got to see them, and I was like, who are these guys? Like, weird. You know, I like their song. It was
Right.
kind of cool. It's kind of catchy, and yeah, it was fun. It was
Right.
cool.
And then that's what I really love about music in general is those kind of experience right there. You said you were 7?
Oh, I don't know if
Or
I was 7. I was I was pretty young. I can't remember.
but you were a
12,
younger
13.
kid.
Yeah, yeah.
You were,
Mhm.
13 or so. You were a younger kid, and that memory will last a lifetime,
Oh yeah.
an absolute lifetime. And that is one of my favorite things to do. If I could put an impression on someone for one night that will put into their history books,
Hmm.
I think I've done something.
Yeah.
You know, I got an opportunity to do a wedding. This was a year, maybe 2 back, and this kid came up and he started requesting songs like Cage the Elephant and the Gorillas, and he had to be 9 years old or so.
Hmm.
And having a younger kid, put up stuff that I grew up to in,
Hmm.
early 2000, I'm like, yeah, let's play it. And then he kind of peeked around the side and he started telling me about my mixer. And he kept going over to the volumes and he'd be like, yeah, this one does this, and this is your treble, and this is how you bring up your bass. And I was like, man, this kid's got something. Well, his dad thought he was bothering me.
Hmm.
The guy's got to work, leave him alone. And so he was a little bummed out. And when I found out about that, I was like, no, man, you come over here, come sit
Yeah.
right here. I got him on the mic. I got him talking on the mic. I got to show him how to adjust or change music that people requested. And then I showed him how to bring up the volume of the mic and drop down
Hmm.
the music so it didn't, overlap each other, just like the simple stuffs. And I stepped away.
Hmm.
Completely stepped away and let him DJ his family's wedding. And this
That's
kid
awesome.
went above and beyond. I mean, he nailed it. He absolutely nailed it. And
Mhm.
that sent the warm feelings all over my body. And at the end of the night, I turned around and the kid killed it. I mean, I did minimal work,
Right.
so I wasn't going to take all that money that I didn't feel like I deserved. And I turned around and I tipped the kid out. I think it was like $100 or something.
Yeah.
And at that point, that was like probably a lot of money to him, probably the
Oh,
most.
yeah.
I didn't like the kid shaking, absolutely shaking, and immediately ran over to his dad and told him and explained what I told him, hey man, you do great work, great things happen. And he's like, okay. And I remember hearing his dad say, oh, man, that's phenomenal, high fives, and was super appreciative of the kid. And then turned around and said, well, are you ready to go? And he goes, no, Dad, I'm not yet. And he ran back over to me and he goes, how do we close this up?
That's
How
awesome.
do we put things up? And so I showed him, and he put in the legwork and lifted all the heavy equipment, rolled up the chords appropriately. And this kid was like 9 years old.
Yeah.
And he walked away, and that shook me to the core. You hear about, oh, the generation before us is just these lazy people or anything, but no, that I think you just need to inspire people.
Yeah.
And that kid, I hope, will truly go up to be a DJ or do something that makes him happy and inspires someone else
Absolutely.
at that same age. So
I agree. That's what you got to do. Hi, Becky. How are you? Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Oh, I should do something for that. Yeah, so radio DJing, it's always something that I've wanted to do, but I just don't have the time to put into it
okay.
that I ever wanted to. So it's cool that that you, like you said, you were in the right place at the right time, and a cool opportunity. I loved listening to you on Classifieds. The only time I could hear you on Classifieds though was when I was in Cowboy Joe's, because they play that radio station. So it was always fun to go in on Tuesdays. Okay, I know I got to hear AJ on the Classified. It was good. And then you did your other stuff too. But
absolutely. Thanks, Cowboys Joe's, for turning on the radio.
I know, right?
And if you guys can too, you might not hear me maybe on commercials or anything, because I don't get to do the Classifieds anymore. It doesn't break my heart, but it leaves that spot there because it was such a blast. But go ahead and turn it on 99.1 KNYN or head on over to 98.3 KADQ and just check out your local radio station.
Check them out, support them.
Absolutely, big support to them. And that goes for all media. Big support to your local media. Let me rephrase that. Not all media, your local
media.
Local media is important. I get that a lot of people hear, one side or the other, and they get angry.
Mm-hmm.
Their opinions differ, or they seem to clash left and right.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to find your information that is pertinent, that has been researched, that is important to you, crack open that newspaper, turn on that radio,
Mm-hmm.
head over to the local newspaper's website or the radio's website or just your local town event Facebook page, something like that. You're going to find the information that you want.
Yep.
Over on those ones. In fact, like the Jeffrey Epstein case that broke out, the police brutality ones that broke out, those come from local papers.
Yeah.
From over there. And then are picked up by the major news boards and then spun the way they want to do it. So,
right.
So stick local.
Stick local. Stick local. Start local. Brooke, hi. How are you? Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. We love all of our viewers and our listeners.
This makes me extremely happy. I get to do some videos for Auto Farm Chevrolet, 644 Front Street here in Evanston. And I'm not sure if you got a chance to see them, like the one we did today with that 2021 Tahoe right outside of the Bear Ponds, and getting people's responses, people coming in and asking us questions during those, or we might not be able to answer them all the time or check them out, but we do love that support.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what drives me. I would not be doing what I do if nobody listened to me. You know, I would not be doing stand-up comedy if I did it to an empty crowd, or DJing if it was to an empty crowd, or even trying to marry someone, you know. No one's here. Okay. Oh. Well, I now pronounce you happily married, Casper and Casper.
Right. Let's take a quick stab over here. Sponsor this week for our program is Uena Lanes. They are our local bowling alley here in Evanston, Wyoming, located out on Highway 150. It's only like a 2-minute drive. And this is what drives me crazy sometimes, is everybody's like, oh, it's so far out there. Have you ever been to Salt Lake, downtown Salt Lake? Yeah. And then you got to drive to Boondocks and Draper? Oh, it's 40 minutes.
Exactly.
And you do it. Exactly. Or you go to Sandy, you go to, downtown. So if you live in a big city and, 2 minutes, you're like excited. Like it's, we're blessed. So yeah, go out to Uena Lanes when they've got the bowling alley closed right now because they're doing some new stuff. Can't talk about it. I don't know if I can, but they have a new restaurant coming out there and it's going to be awesome. Oh, it's so cool. They have renovated that whole spot back in the back corner and it looks amazing. I can't wait till they open it up. And then they just wanted to be able to get everything done right away because they had the bowling alley and the restaurant. Let's just do it all at once. So what they're doing right now is, because you can't have anything indoors with C19, they're doing something outdoors. And what they're going to have this weekend on Saturday, August 1st is MMA fights. And I have that up on the screen. Mountain Force is coming out here. They're going to put a MMA cage out in the parking lot. We're going to have our good buddy Drew from the Painted Lady out there cooking food.
Oh, yeah?
So all of you that have not got your Painted Lady fix, there's going to be a small section of that out there. So get out there. I'm excited for the pub sauce. That dirty dog won't give me the recipe, nor will he. I'm just going to like distract him and take his pub sauce that he has out there, and I'm not going to give it back.
Do a chemical breakdown of it, just trying to figure it out.
Something. I don't know. He said that I had to go do dishes and work there for 2 weeks as a dishwasher, and then he would give me one part of the recipe. Then I had to cook for a month and learn all the stuff that they do, and then he would give me another part of the recipe, and then I had to give myself to him and his restaurant and bar for a complete year, and then he might think about giving me the recipe.
Ooh,
it was really tempting. It was tempting.
Have you tried the sauce? Not you, but if you haven't tried the sauce, you'd understand why it's so tempting.
It's bomb. It's really good. Tempting. So he's going to be out there cooking. They will have a beer truck out there. They'll be serving beer out of the taps. And then your local fights. We have a lot of good fights. It's looking like we have a couple, 3 that I know of that are on the card that are local people, and that is going to be Austin Bowden, and he is fighting a guy named Dukes. He looks scary.
Yeah.
And then you got Gage Allman, who is fighting this guy called Phipps.
Phipps is a fun name.
Yeah, I could go so many directions with that right now. And then we have Mr. Harris. What's Harris's first name?
Rick.
Rick Harris.
That's my boy Rick.
And he's going to fight Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, exactly. He is going to take it ET style. He's going to beat him like Star Wars. He's going to take him on like Indiana Jones, and the Temple of Doom is not standing a chance.
Not standing a chance. His name is actually Spiegelberg, but we were looking at this and we ran with Spielberg.
Yep.
That's just how it's going to go. These are on Saturday, August 1st, 2020 out at UNO Lanes, and starts at 7. Gates open at 6. Everybody's welcome to go out there. We want to make sure that you go out there and socially distance the correct way. It is going to be strictly enforced. Don't ruin it. If we can pull this off in a great fashion, just imagine all the other events that have been canceled that we can possibly bring back. This is a good thing to show what we can do. Now, we've had some softball tournaments here that maybe people weren't so happy about, that there wasn't a lot of social distancing. Did we have a little bit of spike? We did. But let's just continue to do what we can. I'm not a fan of the mask, but I wear the mask when I need to wear the mask, okay? And I socially distance when I need to socially distance. So let's just do this. We want to get back to some sort of normalization, and we're doing everything we can. Here's Uinta Lanes and Mountain Force teaming up to try to give us something, some sort of activity instead of being cooped up in our houses and all that. Although we have a really good backyard, the Uintas, the lakes, the mountains, and we can do all of that fun stuff. If you don't have a ticket, you can go to several places to get a ticket. I believe you can go to Lincoln Highway Tavern. Here's a little scan code. You can go to UNO Lanes Facebook page, and you can scan this and to win a free ticket. And then you can just text fights to 77948. And I'm sure they'll give you some information. I know there's tickets at UNO Lanes. I know there's tickets at Lincoln Highway Tavern. There might be some other ones out there. If you do know, throw them up in the comments.
Before we leave this, let's go back to that big one with all the bouts.
Okay.
I kind of want to hear. I mean, clearly we don't know too much about them. I definitely want to hear maybe your thoughts on who wins and who loses. Okay,
so we're going to go with the first fight. It's a welterweight pro bout. So these guys are in it. They train every single day. This is their life. They have obviously jobs outside of this, but this is their main thing. They're trying to get into your UFC programs. They're trying to get into those programs. As well as the featherweight one here. They're really close to that as well.
They're pro bouts.
Yeah. So this Wilson versus Steinke, I think Steinke. It's kind of like Andy and Chase. That's weird.
Exactly.
Interesting. Anyway, when you look at these people, I wish I could see like a stat sheet for these guys. I think I'm going to go with Wilson. And this, I'm going to guess this is this guy here. Yes, he might look big and bad, but a lot of times bigger muscle just gasses out faster.
Exactly.
You use more of it. So again, if I saw like an official fight card to see, strikes, takedowns, defense, and things like that, might be able to call a little bit more on that. But I'm going to go with Wilson. What about you?
I'm going to go with Steinke on this one.
Okay, I think you have a tie to the Painted Lady. That's why. That's the only reason.
Just a little bit, but also the guy does, like you said, he does look stacked. But he also has that look of I'm ready to win. I'm going just from his look alone. I'm ready to win.
Okay. The next bout we have is the featherweight MMA bout, and that is Tucker versus Hamilton. Tucker looks like I'm a gangster, and Hamilton looks like he's just lives in his mom's basement still.
Yes. I was going to say he looks relatively like he has been smoking something.
Yeah.
If you will.
Okay. Fair enough.
So
fair enough.
I'm going to go with this one first. I'm going to go with Hamilton just for the sheer fact that he does look like he's either on a lot of Tylenol or anything like maybe cannabis or something, or maybe he's just really tired because he was drinking all night. So I don't think he's going to feel the punches that they hit him.
I think I'm going to go with Hamilton too. I think that this Tucker guy looks too cocky.
Yeah.
I think so. That's what I'm going after. We're getting some feedback. I don't like it. I don't know. Sometimes we get that. It's weird. We're a small town show. Okay, people? You can't hear it, hopefully. I don't think you can. Next fight is Austin Bowden and Dukes. Dukes looks scary because
He does.
he's a big man, but Austin is too. Austin has really improved on a lot of things. I've seen Austin fight before,
Okay.
and he has some really good stuff, and he has been training really hard. He took his first fight and learned from it, I believe, and he went and did what he needed to do to get ready for his next fight. So I'm, local hometown boy. I'm going for Austin Bowden. So that's where I'm at with that.
I'm not going to just sit here and be like, act local, be local, shop local, and not say,
and not pick local.
Ask to not pick local. I'm going to go with Bowden as well. I'm ready for him. And like you said, if he's learned from his mistakes, I think he's ready to take on someone as fierce looking as Duke is.
Yeah, I think he's got it. Next fight is also another local boy, Gage Allman. And he's fighting Phipps something.
Phipps the Pips.
I have seen. So Gage is a street brawler.
Okay.
He is no holds bar. He doesn't care. He can take a punch. He's a scrappy little dude, and I think that sometimes that's an edge in a fight. But sometimes when you're doing this, it's more of a controlled fight. Sometimes it's a disadvantage to you because when you go in there just swinging or kicking or whatever you're going to do, that other person is like, good luck. You're going to open yourself up, and they're going to find an opening to you. But again, I'm going straight with you. What do you got? Who do you have?
I'm looking at Phipps, and he looks like he's at military rest right now, parade rest, if you will. And so I think he has that kind of stamina of military presence. But I'm also with Allman on it because that brawler can be very unexpected. And yeah, he might be street fighting, but who knows? He might not Mike Tyson you and bite your ear off. Which would be exciting. I'm not saying do it, but it'd be exciting.
It would be.
So I'm going to go with Allman.
Okay, I am too. Local boy.
Local.
Next fight. We're looking at some girls, and this is awesome. I love when they throw girls in here, and they are so intriguing. They used to be, I can tell you right now, 2 or 3 years ago when they brought in the girls fighting, and you had Ronda Rousey, and she was just dominating the sport. Of course, you had Chris Cyborg, a couple other people. It was boring to me. I didn't like the girls' fights because it seemed dull and it seemed drawn down, and they are just exciting as hell. Oh man. They give some good fights. They're scrappy little girls, and they're in there to prove it and whip some butt. Yeah.
Both of them look ready to go. Like, they are not messing around.
So you got
both of them look like those girls that you're just hoping that one random dude accidentally just kind of, or not accidentally, but kind of up there and like facetiously like smacks their butt, so you can just watch them take out one hit, and everyone goes, "Whoa, right? You got knocked out!"
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, absolutely. Stanky, is that how I say it?
Yep, Stanky.
Okay, Stanky and Shookman. Who are you going for?
I'm just gonna do a pretend coin toss. Heads Stanky, tails Shookman. Pretend toss and pretend land. It looks like it's tails. We can go with Shookman.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the painted lady name.
Ooh.
Okay, and go with Stanky.
I like it.
Okay. Holy cow, we got this. Next one is gonna be a super lightweight. So those are kind of fun. Feliciano versus Strong.
And I feel like, oh man,
at this point, EJ, what I'm really looking for because I don't have stats in front of me, I am truly looking for the music they come out to, and that's the only. And maybe I keep that on that. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to go after that. Because now I just want to know what music you come out to. Because if you come out to something stupid, then you're going to get knocked out. But I can't. But I can't know that. I can't know that, so I can't base it off the music.
Do you remember the old internet show, Strong Bad?
It
was part of All-Star Runner, right?
Right.
I think so. I just really hope that he comes out in the Strong Bad theme song, or Trogdor plays out. Trogdor.
Yeah,
I could see it happening, and that'd pump me up to the fast. I'm gonna go with Strong.
Okay, he's going with Strong, and I'm gonna go with Strong as well. I'm guessing Feliciano is going to come out to something Hispanic.
Okay. I was thinking Italian.
Italian?
Just to throw him off a little bit. Just to throw him off a little bit.
We're going to talk about something after we go through this fight card. I'm going to tell you what I want to see one day. Maybe I can get a hold of one of these 3 local boys to do it because it would be so cool.
Ooh.
Okay. Next one, we have I can't even read it because my glasses are not good. It's going to be
Harris.
This is going to be a lightweight one as well. Better, I'm guessing super lightweight too. This is Rick Harris and Steven Spielberg. And I mean, I'm going with Harris because he's a local boy. Spielberg looks pretty cut. He looks pretty like he's into this, and hopefully he doesn't do too much damage.
But this super lightweight, I have personally seen Rick train. I've personally seen him put in the effort, and I've seen him just a little bit. That boy's cut.
Okay.
That boy's cut. It might not look like in the picture because I believe that picture turned out probably in January when they actually, because they were originally going to bring Mountain Force 16 here, I believe in April, if I'm counting my cards right.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, C19 came out. So Harris and he's taken, instead of, going to the back burner, just hanging out, he has literally turned around, watched his diet, turned around and practiced and trained and worked out. I see him longboarding for everywhere, up mountains, down mountains. He's running. That guy's in shape.
Good.
He's the Thunder from Evanston. I want to say Thunder from Down Under, but we're not. We're up high in elevation.
We're
up high in elevation. And like I said, he's going to put a Star Wars massive Death Star punch. That
could be an advantage. That really is being in the elevation.
Absolutely.
If these guys are coming from somewhere else,
absolutely.
That's always a huge thing. And cardio is always huge. It doesn't matter how strong you are. You see a lot of fighters try to give everything in that first round.
Uh-huh.
And if you don't have cardio to back yourself up, you're gassed and you're done. So it's that'll be interesting. So you're going with Harris. I'm
Gotta
guessing?
Go with Harris.
Yeah.
Rick Harris.
Okay. Both of us are on Harris. We're gonna have to come back to the video and figure out how well we did. Okay. You want to bet $1?
Each one?
Yeah.
I'm down.
Okay. So how many dollars is that? 2, 4, 6, 8, $10. Okay.
All right.
Sweet. Okay. So the next one is Walk versus Brown. He does not look like Brown, and he is
definitely
not
more than walking. I think he's doing a little bit more than walking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree. That's again hard to judge. I'm gonna go with Walk.
Okay. Just to play it off that. So because we are betting, I'm gonna go with Brown.
Okay, Brown. Next fight is this Elson versus Kaiser. He looks gangster.
It looks like is he wearing a cowboy hat or one of those fisherman bolo things?
I can't even tell. I'm looking down at the computer screen too. That maybe gives me a better view, and
I like his hat though. That's what I'm saying.
You like the hat, and this guy's pretty serious.
Yeah, he is.
He's got the worker's tan. You can tell. Dark arms here, and he's got the white.
That guy is farmer friendly. He's farmer born, farmer raised. Kaiser the Laser.
Okay, Kaiser the Laser and Elson. Who you got?
I got Kaiser the Laser.
Kaiser the Laser, and I got Elson the cowboy fisherman.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like it.
I like it.
Last but not least,
London versus Linton. Whew, that's a tongue tie. I'm glad I am not the announcer.
I can see it.
Ruined it already.
Up next for the super lightweight heavy bout of Evanston's time. It's London versus it's versus Lynn. You know what? I'm done.
L versus L. Here we are.
L.
All right. Man, this looks like a pretty good fight. Both look serious. This guy's got his fists up. This guy's got his hands on his hips, but he does look pretty cut. Who you got?
I got hands on hips.
Hands on hips.
You dip, we dip.
Okay. And I'm going to take the guy that looks like he's ready to sucker punch him in the back. It looks like a bullseye on his chest too.
Ooh.
We'll see.
If you were an MMA fighter, would you put like a target somewhere?
I don't know.
I've always thought of that. Like you see people with like the weird haircut or the tattoos on their face or a target on their chest. Like I would try to hit that. Maybe that's their game plan, but
there you go. There you go. Because it does probably would throw you off, right?
Just
If you
a
saw
little
this
bit.
bullseye, you're like I know want to try to hit that.
I want to hit that. My coach told me not to, but like
strategy says we should do this. Okay, so I told you at the end of this thing we were going to talk about something that I wanted to, what I want to see at an MMA fight.
Yes,
one time,
just
okay?
once.
What do all pro wrestlers and MMA fighters do when they come to the ring? What do they come out to?
The music.
Music,
They come out
right?
with music. Usually they're carrying like a robe or
something.
Yeah.
It's about a show, right?
Right.
More so in the WWE now. It's used
Absolutely.
to be WWF, WWE. It's more about a show coming out. Boxing started, got, Roy Jones Jr. He said that he probably shouldn't have came out to doing his thing because that might have, he like came on this big old robot suit type thing and it was just bad. And, the other guy. Okay, so they come out to music. They come out flashy something. Just one time, AJ, I want somebody to come out to complete silence.
Ooh.
Walk to the ring, get measured, get creamed up, get lubed up, and get in the ring. Nothing.
Oh.
What an intimidation factor I feel like that would be to someone if you just came straight out, ran to the ring, got your stuff ready, got in the ring, and you're ready to fight. Like, wait a minute, what happened? Like, I was supposed to be like psyching myself out. I'm warming up. And this dude just comes out of nothing and he's in the ring already. What is going on?
What if like he didn't even like come out, like they just like called his name and everyone's staring up there waiting for him? Poof. And he just like ninja'd his way down. Maybe he's like hanging out in the crowd, just like, talking to, random Joe or whatever, hops over the fence, gets checked and everything. His coaches and everything then kind of circle around him. And then they go, all right, up next. And everyone turns back and he's standing there like, whoa.
That'd be like a Sting moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone just like screams and erupts at that point. Like he's a magician.
Yeah. So that's why I would like to see that. I would like to see that one time. Anyway, that's our thing. Plug. Thank you, UNO Lanes, for sponsoring the show. We could not do that without you. There's no way to have all this fun equipment and be able to pay AJ his $10 when I lose to do that. So thank you for the sponsorship, UNO Lanes. Go out and check out the fights this weekend if you haven't. Get a ticket. I think they're $30. And they will sell out fast. And they have tickets at the gate, but they are not guaranteeing you that you can get in if they have tickets at the gate because there is a capacity rule. Right. So they can only have so many people. And
we are also talking about supporting local. Well, all three of those fighters that you talked about, that was Harris, Allman, right?
Allman and Bowden.
And Bowden all have tickets.
Yeah.
Go over, say, hey, we support you. Here's our money. And we're going to watch out for that. We're going to watch your fight.
Yeah.
That would mean the world to them. That's going to amp them up. That's going to give them the extra competitive advantage to win.
Yeah.
So help them out.
Absolutely. Real quick, we'll go over the comments on our live stream. Brooke asked about local sports. They are coming in Evanston, Wyoming. They have given the green light. Actually, in all of Wyoming, they have given the green light to fall sports for our schools. So that is awesome.
Speaking of which, the Evanston Outlaws, 15-1, baby.
15-1. Yeah, phenomenal season.
Incredible season.
It was great. Those kids have been playing what's great is those kids have been playing together for a while, and that's what builds that good team. And they have a good I don't even know the word now, camaraderie. That's camaraderie. They just have a good, that's teamwork. The wrong word. Teamwork. They have a good feel for each other, what they're going to do. So it's awesome. They are going to do that. And when my boy found out that they were going to have fall sports, I mean, the kid lit up like he was happy.
It's extremely important.
So it's good. It's a good step forward. I think we're going to be there. Hi, Mom. How are you? Thank you. Oh my Lord. You're in trouble, Juan.
Why is Juan in trouble?
Because he has not even seen Steven Spielberg's Ready Player One yet.
What? No.
Like fired, man.
No.
That's like one of the best shows right now. There are
what?
so many Easter eggs in that thing, and I still haven't seen them all.
Right after watching this podcast, right after, you need to go get that movie. I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon Prime.
It's on Amazon Prime. It's on Netflix. It's on
Netflix?
No, it's not.
Oh,
You'll find it
you'll
somewhere.
find it. You'll find it, and you need to go find it.
If you want me to Venmo you some money to buy it, Juan, I will.
Absolutely.
I will. That's a great movie.
It sure is.
Yes, and my mom's out golfing. Lucky lady.
She's out golfing, still watching you?
Yeah. Well, she might not be golfing now, but she was down in Palisade in Utah. One of my favorite courses that we play. We went on a family trip down there and did something down there, and went to this golf course. They got this really cool shot that you shoot from up here, and the hole is down here.
Okay.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun. I like those courses. So she's out there golfing.
I'm slowly learning golf. I had the opportunity to go out with Auto Farm Chevrolet to the veterans benefit that we did out at the Purple Sage. It's absolutely phenomenal, but I'm not quite sure which stick you're supposed to use to put the puck in the hole, or which basket you're supposed to shoot to make a hole in 4, which is a birdie. I know I'm slaughtering it. I'm slaughtering on purpose. These are all jokes. I could see your eyes going, ooh, I'm going to hurt him. No, I'm joking. Golf is a blast.
Golf is, the acronym GOLF. Do you know what golf stands for?
I don't.
Gentlemen only.
Gentlemen only, okay.
Ladies forbidden.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah, look it up.
And it's Scottish, right? It's Scottish?
Yeah, they brought it out who knows, early 1200s, who knows. They brought it out early, and it was something for the guys to do without the ladies. And again, in the earlier days, that's really what you had for it was, the male provided everything for the household. He did the work, he did all of this. The woman would stay in the house and take care of the house, the cooking, the cleaning, the kids, and all of that stuff. Well, the guys wanted to do something more than just going to work. They wanted to go, the drinking and the smoking cigars, that was kind of getting old. They wanted to do something different, and they came up with this game where you would hit. There's a whole story in it, and it's very interesting if you can go look it up. But again, the acronym comes up, gentlemen only, ladies forbidden, because that was a gentleman's club, and that's not that kind of gentleman's club, AJ. But yeah, so that's kind of where they come up with the the clubhouse and things like that. So yeah, and that was awesome that what Castle Rock and Auto Farm did out for the veterans. Big, huge thing for Dennis Lynch. He has been a huge provider for our community.
He has been here for roughly a year and a half, and that's I mean, you'd have to get it from his word of mouth to know exactly it, but he's only been here for a short time. And that guy came in, and I'm going to do a car pun, all pistons firing. All pistons firing. He found out how and when he could help. Yeah. And he's doing an excellent job. And he is a community driven leader. Huge community driven.
One of the biggest ones I know right now, besides Jerry and Michael Zeng up at the Ichiban. There are so many. I shouldn't even say that. We have a great community. There are several leaders, but Dennis has really stepped out there to do whatever he can, and he is not a local. He is now a local because he's been here a year. Right. We get to dub him a local, but
do we knight him?
I think you should.
I think we should. I think
that would be fun.
Maybe we get
Dennis, can we get you on the show? We'll knight you here.
Yes,
it'd be fun.
I won't be a sharp sword, I promise. I don't want to shake.
I'm using a sharp sword. I don't care.
Sweet.
If we cut him, we cut him.
We cut him. It happens.
You can go to the doctor.
But no, that's the thing. He's great to joke around. He is one of the best bosses that you can actually have. And I know I'm tooting his horn a little too much right there, but he is community driven. And like you said, he's only been here a year. He's not quite that local, but just like the guys up at Ichiban, they have turned around and shown us what it really means to be out community driven.
Yeah.
They show up, and within a few months they are donating or helping or doing what they can to be a part of this community. And I know there's several members of this community who have been running strong and being community strong.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they all do a fantastic job. And when you do it so long, you kind of feel not jaded, but you do feel a little like maybe I'm not getting as recognized. So I do want to recognize all of them. They are phenomenal people. They make our community great. But those newcomers that come in and really shine, really kind of make us take a step back going, this is why we have Evanston. This is why our community's here.
Well, and what's really cool about Dennis and what he's done for our community is he is someone from the outside coming in. He's heard all the jargon, the crap, whatever you want to call it, and he has not. I'm giving you a car pun now too. He has not taken his foot off the gas.
Absolutely.
At all. In fact, he's put that thing into overdrive,
cut the brake lines
pretty much, and he's just doing everything he can to keep things going. And that's awesome because Dennis has the resources. He has been in several things for many years. I've got to sit down and talk with Dennis, and he is such an interesting person and an amazing person to talk to. And I haven't even got it all yet. And he just has. He's that genuine person who has been able to it's not about I've always made this really big. It's not about what you have. It's not about the money that you have, but it's about who you are and the people that you have put that impression on. If you're nice and you're genuine and you're kind to people, that is going to go a lot further than money and possessions and stuff. And Dennis is that person. He has been able to do that for decades, I imagine, because the connections that he has to be able to do the things that he has been able to do and bring to our community that we haven't been able to see, and especially in what we're in now, is just phenomenal. And it's awesome. And like you said, I don't want to put people that have been here for many years that are continuing and still doing that. It's just awesome to see somebody come from the outside, and after being here for a little over a year, he has not stopped, and there he has hit many brick walls. There has been so many things that have not worked out for Dennis and the community, and he hasn't given up. And that's really cool. And I applaud him. That's cool.
And like you said, I mean, he's done everything from helping the veterans, the VFW. He's turned around and made, even though we weren't able to do it this year, the Bluegrass Festival. He wanted to make that free for everyone. So what do? He paid for the bands. I mean, he's helped out with everything from the the Celtic Festival.
Yep.
Is it Celtic? Is that how it
Celtic Festival?
Celtic? He's truly Irish, so I know he's probably screaming right now the correct pronunciation of it, going, AJ, you're fired tomorrow. I understand. I'm sorry.
But he's going to rehire you because he needs you.
I hope so.
That's cool.
I hope so.
You'll get fired, though.
Yeah.
You're going to.
Every once in a while. Every once in a while. But, and then he's turned out, and like you said, he's now a local here, but he is a Wyoming native. And he is Wyoming strong.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
If you can find someone that's Wyoming strong, just like Dennis, you found the right kind of people.
Right.
You really did. I mean, Wyoming's very unique. And when you find those Wyoming people, such as yourself, Mike, you really are Wyoming strong. You came from...
I started Evanston, then went to Rock Springs and came back.
To Evanston.
So
you were as Wyoming could be. I started in Evanston, went to Laramie, came back to Evanston. Maybe there's something special about Evanston.
There is a little bit.
But he's found out that a couple in Sheridan was down with their son who has some severe illnesses, and they were down at the Denver hospital, the children's hospital down there, and their van that was specially upfitted for medical needs for their child was stolen. And I think it was like a 1996 van, and he did not allow that to happen. So what he did was he got together with a lot of the people with Auto Farm Group and searched and found and bought and paid for a vehicle for their kids. And it was a new vehicle, and it was upfitted it was already upfitted, accessible for him, but then made sure someone could get it to him. I think he found it in like Indiana.
Yeah, I think it was Indiana.
Drove it, got it all the way. I mean, that man would have literally taken the flight himself to make sure that van was brought up to that family at no cost to them. And I go into work every day knowing that if my boss is willing to take that step, I want to take that step here too in that community as well. And that's how leaders are formed. And man, I just
you soak
I thank
that
him
up
so much. You do.
You go up and you like, hey, I'm sticking to you, buddy, because he's got so many good things to teach and to give to all of us, and for us to just watch and learn. And it's just amazing to have him in our community because, he's he's one of those people that we can all really look to and have in our community to help us out. Again, with what we got going on, it's hard. It's we kind of have a season, like it's 4 or 5 months, maybe not even that, 4 months that we get to pull everybody, and then we have to hunker down for 9 with all the snow and everything like that. And it's good to have somebody like him in our community.
Absolutely.
I would, yeah, it would be sucky if he was not around.
Oh, you know, I almost forgot. Did you hear about that fight I got into one of the bars here the other night?
I didn't.
Oh no. So I'm not a fighter, man. Like, I love watching the UFC fights, but I mean, come on, check out these guns. They very little. So I got in this fight. It was really weird. Go up to the bar, and me and my buddy Clayton, I ordered both of us a drink. And I turn around and I bump this guy and I jostle his drink into his hand. Like, I'm talking about a drip touched his hand. So he turns around and he throws his milk in my face. Like, yeah, you're kind of looking at me like you're really shocked right now. Who drinks milk at a bar? That's what shocked me. Who drinks milk at a bar? So I looked him dead in the eyes and I go, how dare he? Oh, man, it churned me up. I got so sour from that. You better believe it. You better believe it. You're laughing now, but
that's a good one. I like that one.
There you go.
I was hoping you'd throw some jokes in like that.
I'm trying my best.
One would say that you guys are Sasquatchians. Really?
Is it because of our beards? Someone like Juan, are you liking our beards?
Juan loves Sasquatch. Juan wants to see Sasquatch.
Have you checked out the Sax Squatch?
Mm-mm.
Oh, this guy play like the Sasquatch. It's a Sasquatch that plays saxophone.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Juan, check it out.
Check it out. Check it out today. Right after you turn around and watch Ready Player One.
Yes, you have to watch Ready Player One first.
We're sending you up a list of entertainment for the next couple of days. You're fine. You're welcome. In fact, you should pay Michael over here. You should pay him.
You should
support his podcast. Right?
He does.
Good.
Juan supports it.
I know he does. I'm just teasing.
He's good. So, you know, again, it's awesome that you're a part of that. I think that's really cool. I like what you guys are doing over at Auto Farm too. You as a salesman, you are taking what is working now and putting that into what has worked before with car sales, and then putting your own spin on it. And when I talk about that, I talk about the Facebook's posts that you do, the videos, and the posts that you do, and on Instagram too, and all of the social media. Social media is huge.
We got TikTok.
Oh,
we got TikTok.
I have not downloaded TikTok yet.
Oh, that's a fine. Don't worry about it.
I would lose my whole life.
A lot of times we'll put those TikTok videos on Facebook for those people who don't want to TikTok with us.
I would lose my whole life. I wouldn't get anything done.
I could see you literally getting nothing done but TikToking all day, becoming TikTok famous. So
there was a program, or there was an app, or a platform before TikTok. Do you know what that was?
I'm trying to think.
Dubsmash.
Okay. I would not guess.
Same kind of concept. You know, you take voiceovers and you can take music and you just do a little video with it and you go. That's, you know, kind of like TikTok. Not the same, but the same. Tomato. And I love Dubsmash, and I spent hours on it. And my wife would just look at me like, "What are you doing? It's 10, and you know you got home at 6. Sorry, Dubsmash." And then I started including them, and they're like, "Wow, we've just lost our whole day. Sunday's gone." So thanks, Veronica, for coming over. Appreciate you watching and listening.
Hey, have a great night. Be safe. Have a fantastic Thursday tomorrow.
So yeah.
You know, to kind of get back with what we're kind of doing, changing or doing the new style of car salesmanship in a sense, and blending it with the old school. So I'm right there with you. I agree with exactly what you say. But when I get called a car salesman, I kind of cringe because I'm that comedian. Okay.
Right.
Just like I told you that joke, you totally trusted me. I got you nice in the palm of my hand and I let it out and you're like, oh, this guy. And then you hear I'm a car salesman, right? You hear me, I'm a car salesman. You're like, ooh, he's a comedian and a car salesman. He's going to, like, this guy is pure evil almost, right? So I went and I want to get my PhD or a doctorate or maybe even just my degree as a lawyer. Just get the trifecta of what you hate in people, what you hate in people, and I want to change them.
Yeah,
I really want to change them. I really don't like saying that I sell cars. I really don't like saying that I'm a car salesman because I'm an opportunist. I mean, you heard all those, like, I think I counted at 7 or 8 of those things that I do. Those are all opportunities for me.
Right.
Those are all opportunities for other people to enjoy what I do. And that's exactly what it is. I give people the opportunity to buy things, whether it is my DJ work, whether it is a joke, whether it is merchandising, whether it is a car.
Right.
And with all of those kind of blended in, yes, I guess I use the word sell. Kind of cringe when I do it, but I'm an opportunist. So I give people the opportunity to buy things.
So that's kind of an interesting thing. You give them an opportunity to buy it. I was a horrible car salesman.
Now you tell me. You turn around and you wake up and you hop in your car. Maybe it's broken down, or you've put in 100,000 miles on it, or you turned around and you're like, you know what, this color just ain't me anymore. So what do? You hop online, or you go down to a dealership, hopefully 624 Front Street here in Evanston, Auto Farm Chevrolet. But you go down and you are the one looking for it. You know, I didn't technically call you up and ask you for it.
Right.
I didn't, come over here on the podcast and grovel on my knees. Please buy something for me. Right. You are looking for that opportunity. I'm just fulfilling your need.
I like that.
And and like I said, whether it is cars or whether it is someone who needs a DJ or an officiant or a comedian or an actor, or someone to build merchandise for. Those are the things I want to have the opportunity to do. Absolutely. Because I do like money. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I also want to help with people and their opportunities.
Nice.
So
like I said, I did car sales for 6 months. And I was horrible. So this is a long time ago. First Choice Ford, which is now Auto Depot.
Up in Rock Springs?
No. Here in
Evans,
right across the street from the fairgrounds.
Yep.
Okay. So I went over, became a car salesman, and I've been told I can do really good in sales. Okay, perfect. So I'll go over and do it. And a guy walks onto the lot and he's like, "Oh, I really want this truck over here. I've been looking at it. I saw it online, and I've been researching it. And can I take it for a test drive?" So we go on a test drive, and we're doing it. And and so he's talking about it, all the good things about it. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is a horrible truck, dude. Like, I don't know why you want it. And so we get out, and I said, so let me show you this other truck, and I'm going to show you that, and then you tell me if you like that. And it had nothing to do with a money thing. It had nothing to do with like old, new.
Right.
I was going to get a better stipping end or whatever for that. It was just, I like that truck, not this one. And so we got in it, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't really like these. I don't like this style of truck." And I'm like, "But why would you like that one?" And he was like, "Because I do. Like, like you just said, opportunist. I'm coming down. I've changed my mind about color." And I was horrible because I was like, dude, you don't like Fords, man. You should get a Chevy. And I was horrible. And then I was very honest too. Like, I'm ripping you off. This is actually a crappy car. This is a crappy deal. This is a better deal over here. I was honest, I was honest like that. And people would just look at me like, but I want this one. Like, this one kid came in, AJ, I'm not kidding. And I feel so bad because I took his money because I like money.
Yep.
And he paid $5,000 for this Mercury Cougar, and it was falling apart. Pile of crap. Oh, no. Horrible. He paid $5,000. This car wasn't worth $500, but he paid $5,000 cash. I don't know how he did it, but he did. And I basically got $3,000 off the car, and I felt horrible the whole time.
Absolutely.
2 weeks later, I quit. I just couldn't do it. Like, I'm a horrible car salesman.
And that's the thing. I want to be honest. I want to be honest with everything I do, because that's how you remember me.
Right.
That's how you will remember me. I think, when my time on this earth is done, if I could be written in the history book, or if someone can remember me, I think I made an impact. And that's always been important to me. And so I think I'm very fortunate. Once again, lucky time, lucky place. When Dennis asked me to work for him, I got a boss that wasn't trying to cheat anyone.
Right.
I got a boss that literally decided to put his advertisement, his website name as No BS Deal.
Right.
NoBSDeal.com. You type it in, you get to Auto Farm. And it is no BS. We want to be as fair as possible. You know, we don't
Right.
want to give you a $5,000 car or $500 car for 5,000.
Right.
We're not about that. And I don't think I would be doing this job if I didn't have that honest and that integrity surrounding me the entire time.
Right. They've changed their model quite a bit there.
Uh-huh.
If you go and look, I don't know if they'll give you access to that, but you go look. I think I bought 17 cars.
Oh yeah.
From Auto Farm, not necessarily Auto Farm, but Castle Rock.
Good buddy of mine, my coworker Dale, goes, I sold that guy 15 cars.
Now here's the thing, and it really has never been anything but this. And the reason I go to Dale all the time is because we started a long time ago, and now I've bought in a lot. Like it used to be like every year I'd buy a car for a little bit. But the thing is I just went to Dale and I said, look, you got to make money. I get that, but don't retire off me, man.
No,
I'm going to come back and buy another car from you.
Precisely.
And my wife is probably going to, and my kid and my family, I'm going to refer them to you. You're going to make some more money. So you want to get to 10 grand? You know, let's sell 5 cars to get to 10 grand. Don't make the 10 grand off of me. And I think we had that. I think we had that perception and
that understanding.
He actually got in trouble one time because he went to bat for me on a deal, and one of the previous managers, sales managers, was not happy. Like, no, we can't do that. And Dale was like, look, this guy's going to come back and buy another car. I'm not like Michael Beta, but I would still come back and buy a car or a truck or whatever. And if I could just say that to any car salesman that's watching, listening, or anything, do that to your customer. You don't need it to be a one-off customer. Buy that customer for years on end.
Precisely.
You know, you're creating a sale for a lifetime, not just right quick and let's go. There are going to be those. Don't get me wrong. There are going to be that one quick sale that you're just going to get.
It's happened.
But I really encourage all those car salesmen or what you sell, like a car, vehicle, side by side, recreational, whatever. Earn the customer for life. Because they're going to remember that. They're going to remember that you took care of them. Yes, you might have bent them over, but you gave them some lube, you know. It's great. Don't retire off somebody. Make some money. We understand. You got a life to live. You got your mouth to feed, your kids, your family, anything. Do that. That's cool. But don't retire off me. I that's one thing. I went down to Utah a couple times to buy some car. I did buy a couple down there too. And I felt like that was all it was.
You're a number down there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not here to badmouth any other dealership.
No,
whatsoever.
No.
I mean, it doesn't benefit.
I am.
It doesn't.
I am
me,
Utah
but
dealerships.
But it honestly doesn't benefit me too. You know. But you are a number when you leave your hometown.
Absolutely.
Now, how many times have you just caught me randomly at a different place? Maybe you were working and you saw me walk through a store, or you saw me at a baseball game, or you maybe came down to one of my shows, or maybe I came up to your podcast randomly on a Wednesday night at 8:00. How many times does that happen?
A lot.
And that happens every single time. And I'm not going to treat you like a member.
Yeah.
I had people come from Lyman, Kemmer, Evanston, of course, California, Florida, Texas, to buy vehicles up here.
Yeah.
And when I give them that experience, they might be that one-off, like you said. But I don't want them to be that one-off. I want them to maybe send a relative that way. Even if you're in Florida, maybe you're up here for a family reunion or something, and you do need a new vehicle. Why don't you come up and get a different experience? Because I don't want to say, I'm here to change the game. Yeah, go AJ, go AJ, go. No, I'm here to give my personal belief to it and my personal appreciation towards you. If you want to help me feed my family or put food in my mouth, pay my bills, I'm there for you. I'm not trying to cut every way possible to make sure I make that 10 grand or retire right off of you. I'm here to change that mentality in people and give them a better experience.
Yeah.
Because that's what everything in life is about, experiences.
Absolutely. Absolutely. AJ, it's been fun. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's, like I said, it's been really good. We're missing Tony. Dang it. Which brings me to my last bit on this. And this is our last show for a minute. For time out with Michael and Tony. And Tony's got some things going on. And we'll just kind of leave her at that. doesn't mean the show's gone. Doesn't mean the show is over. Tony's going to take a small break and do his thing, and he needs to do that. You got to recharge. You know,
you do.
It's just sometimes things just go in that direction. And with that being said, I'm going to continue doing the podcast and move to a different name and a brand, but Time Out with Michael and Tony is still very much a thing. It's still very much here. And when Tony can pull together and get his things taken care of, so he can have that time afforded to come down here and do something that he's very passionate about, he will be back for sure. So again, I don't want anybody to think that it's over, because it's not. It's still very much a thing.
We've only just begun.
I know we have, and it's been a great thing. But with that being said, Wednesdays will change, and then it'll move to a different title, and I will announce that here in the next few days. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the listen for that, and we'll go for that. And again, appreciate all of you guys' support. We'll continue to do things with Time Out with Michael and Tony. It's not over, but I will have kind of a secondary show for things, and like I said, we'll announce that in the next few days, and you guys can however, I don't know.
Yeah,
this is a hard thing to do at the end of the show. It's been weighing on our minds for a while, and me and Tony have sat and talked countless hours on some things. And like I said, Tony's gonna step away for a second and do his thing, and it's much needed. I really commend him that he was able to come and talk to me about some things about that. And again, we're on the same page. It's no bad blood, no nothing. There's no fights. There's no we hate each other.
Well, there's
what else?
Fights not in between.
Yeah,
but there's fights going on Saturday at UN Lanes.
UN Lanes.
Oh yeah,
I like that. But yeah, don't read into anything.
Read into anything.
Tony's taking a break for a little bit so he can, enjoy life and enjoy family and enjoy work. It's there. So
you see Dennis text.
Oh, hey, yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. Dennis says, go ahead.
We are community driven. AJ understands what it takes to provide customer service and provide an experience that will bring you back to your hometown dealership. And boy, is he right.
Absolutely. Dennis, thank you so much for watching the show. We appreciate you coming on here. Maybe Auto Farm could be a sponsor of the show. We'll see. Again, we're not here to we're here to enjoy ourselves. So I'll talk to you. We'll see.
I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. So thank you.
I appreciate it.
Possible.
That's great. That's what we need to do. We enjoy doing this. Hopefully you guys enjoy listening to us. He had some good jokes. He should have had more, but we had to kind of tone it down a minute.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah, you have to. It's how it is. Check out the fights this weekend at UN Lanes.
I don't want to be too facetious or anything, but I got some plugs. Is that okay?
Go ahead.
Cool.
Do it.
So, of course, come on down to the community-driven Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street here in Evanston. We'd appreciate your business, and we want to give you that experience that will absolutely make sure you come back for years and years again. Also, I want you to come out to the play. We're helping out directing play. It's called Cemetery Club, going on September 10th, 11th, the 17th, 18th, and 19th. I hope we got those dates right. We'll be posting more about that as it comes up, so you can definitely come check it out. And if you want to check out Auto Farm's website, it's nobsdeal.com. I forgot that one, nobsdeal.com. Right there for you. And you already pulled it up right there.
Oh, this is it?
Yep,
okay.
That's it.
All right.
And of course, I'm doing comedy. You guys kind of heard a couple of them. Those were my toned down ones. Why? Because they're a lot of fun. But we also got to understand that other people listen to this, so I'm also PG. But if you want to come down August 22nd to the Stoddard Inn in Morgan, Utah, come check out my comedic relief for you, kind of break up the monotony. I would appreciate you. Once again, that's at the Stoddard Inn there in Morgan, Utah. We'll be doing comedy with my boy Marcus and so many others. I'm really excited. That's my therapy, so I'm really excited. And also check me out on Facebook at DJ named AJ for any of your next events. If you want a birthday party, a family reunion, weddings, bar mitzvahs, whatever it is, let's make your next event amazing. and even better with your DJ named AJ.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate your opportunity, by the way.
He's done a good job. I've seen you DJ.
Yeah.
I would do it. And if I was going to get married again, you'd be the guy I call.
There you go.
I think that'd be funny. I know you'd make it interesting.
I would. And then I think that's the most fun part about it.
Jump down to Auto Farm Castle Rock on 624 Front Street and get yourself a car, truck, or whatever they have down there. I'm sure they'll find you what you need. Get pre-approved. No BS.
No BS.
No BS.
No BS. NoBSDill.com.
Love it. Thanks again. And we're gonna head out of here. This is the weird part, AJ.
It's always a fun but weird part to it.
Yeah.
So
you got to leave. Thanks for listening, and we'll